It was a cold October night when Daniel checked into the old roadside motel just outside of Denver. He had been driving for hours and needed a place to rest. The motel, named Evergreen Inn, looked run down, but the neon sign flickered vacancy, and he had little choice. The receptionist, an elderly woman with tired eyes, handed him the key to room 306. She hesitated before saying, "If you hear anything strange, don't open the door." Daniel chuckled. Strange, like ghosts. She didn't laugh. Instead, she simply nodded and looked away. Shrugging off the eerie warning, he carried his bags upstairs and entered his room. It was nothing special. Plain furniture, a stained carpet, and an old television. Exhausted, he collapsed onto the bed and drifted into sleep. 3:06 a.m. A loud knock at the door jolted him awake. He sat up, heart pounding. The room was completely silent except for the occasional hum of the heater. Then another knock, 3 slow taps. Daniel hesitated. Was someone lost? A drunk guest? He got up and peeked through the peephole. No one was there. His chest tightened. Maybe it was just his imagination. He turned away, but just as he reached his bed, knock, 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 louder this time. Sweat prickled his skin. He slowly approached the door again and whispered, "Who's there?" Silence. He reached for the handle but remembered the receptionist's warning. A chill ran down his spine. Ignoring the urge to check, he locked the door properly, switched on the bathroom light, and sat on the edge of the bed. Minutes passed. Then an unsettling noise filled the room, a soft shuffling sound, like someone dragging their feet inside the room. Daniel's breath hitched. He turned his head slowly. The closet door, which had been slightly ajar, was now wide open. His hands trembled as he grabbed his phone and turned on the flashlight. The closet was empty. He let out a shaky breath. Maybe the door had just swung open. Then he noticed something. The bed. The white bedsheet, which had been neat when he arrived, was now messed up on the other side, as if someone had been lying there next to him. A whisper filled the air. "You shouldn't have checked." Daniel sprinted to the door, yanked it open, and ran down the hallway, his pulse hammering. When he reached the reception, he gasped, "Something's in my room! Room 306!" The receptionist stared at him, her face pale. "Sir," she said slowly, "we don't have a room 306. Daniel felt the blood drain from his face. He turned, looking up the staircase he had just come down. The hallway above was completely dark, and there was no door where his room had been. His suitcase, his car keys, his jacket, all gone, like he had never been there at all. And then, from somewhere in the empty hall, he heard a whisper, "You shouldn't have checked."